What if I just put the lightning rod up and then do the rest of it? I don't think that's how that works, but... What was it? It's a 1, 2. Four, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so he's on his way out. And we gotta go and flip that switch. I don't think I'll make it, but... Yeah. Fuck. Hey! Okay, I guess it did count. Okay. Did we do it? Emily? Francine! I didn't mean to scare you. What are you doing up here? The lamp in the study broke again. I knew you were up here. You need to talk before you do something rash, Em. There are other things we can do, other options. I mean, for God's sake, Emily, look at that thing. Do you really think it can solve all your problems? What other choice do we have? You think you know how to get us out of this? No, Em, I'm telling you, neither of us do. Maybe there is no way. I think I first clocked it when you started poking around and solving Nest's little puzzles and talking in code. And for a moment there, I had a glimmer of hope that this was progress for both of us, that maybe you would help me figure out how to get us out of here. But nope, you're still you. I'm begging you, don't let it come to this. Why trust a weird old man and his weird old machine? Listen, I don't want this fight to end. I want this to stay ugly because it's something. But we need to get out of here, Francine, one way or another. We don't know what it'll do. It could ruin everything. As if everything wasn't already ruined enough. This could be the end, Emily. Oh, God. Shit, watch out. Francine, I'm sorry. Oh, hello. You're not Pete. Nope, there's Pete. Another fine mess you've gotten yourself into. Go to hell. Pete could be pretentious sometimes, but he didn't talk like goddamn Great Gazoo. Great Gazoo. Nice call. Ness made it sound like you're not really you. And you're gonna trust him? You took the time to turn on his machine. Look how much good that did you. Seems like it worked out okay. I'm still here. Barely. You can't keep coming back like this forever. Turning on the accumulator almost bled this place dry. I thought the accumulator created this place. The accumulator couldn't create shit. It's a wooden box attached to one of those static electricity machines from the Science Museum. At least it was. The decades of obsession Ness put into it turned it into a ticking time bomb. The raw energy of it almost killed this place. So if this place dies, what happens to us? Do we get set free or what? How do you define free? Don't start with me. Truthfully, I don't know. The strength that's keeping you here is giving out, but so is the strength that's keeping here. When that strength is finally gone, I don't know if you're no longer here, or if you go out with the rest of what's here. If that makes sense. Makes about as much sense as any of the rest of this stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to you again after this. I don't think I'll be able to do anything after this. Since there'll be a quiet moment before the thought of the house intrudes again, do you have anything you'd like to know? What is the thing that keeps killing us? It's a symptom, side effect. So are you. Though you have a little more sense of self than the homunculus does. Who are you really? For all intents and purposes, I'm Pete. What happens to you now? I don't know. That one's a little beyond me. There's a threshold I'm aware of. I can hear it. I can barely hear anything else. I'm really scared. I'm not ready to cross it. But I don't have any choice. Still, it was good while it lasted. It was nice meeting you. Shucks. For real, why are you helping me? Like I said before, why do you think I'd want to hurt you? Because you've had me and my friends trapped in a hellish memory with a meat monster that keeps killing us? I didn't create the house. I didn't create you or the memory or the meat monster. These things just flow through me. I don't want any of this for you. I don't want anything. If you didn't create the killer, who did? I don't know. Entropy? What is up with all of these evasive answers? I can't believe Ness was more forthcoming than you. Ness just had a way with words, I guess. Alright, I feel like I'm starting to fade. I don't have the choice not to bring the house back again. The house, all of you, that night, the gravity of it is too great. Greater than me. Why? I don't know. Seems pretty pointless if you ask me. It's been created and destroyed and recreated before. But this time it's taking longer. I don't know how many more times it can happen again. Take care. Bye, Pete. Hey. Hey. I'm about to head out of town, and I didn't want to leave without checking on me. Yeah. Do you want to come in? Wink, wink. How's your head? Oh, it's fine. I didn't even end up spending the night. When I got home, I passed out like immediately. I kept waking up. Something about being told you could die in your sleep really gives you fitful dreams, you know? Anyway, the doctor said I could sleep, so I've been working on it all day. I've got my sleepy time tea. Should be fine. She just said to avoid caffeine and like strenuous mental activity, I guess. Gosh, Francine, I just wanted to say that I'm... Hold on, are you here to apologize? You feel sorry for what? I don't know. I guess watching you falling, I couldn't help but think I could have done something about it. About what? A fiberglass hot dog collapse. I got a concussion. It wasn't the end of the world. I really thought the hot dog could hold our weight. I did too. You could have broken your neck. But I didn't. You came with me to ER. You were there for like 3 hours. People have aneurysms. Sometimes hours later, people hit their heads going upstairs and die after a week with no warning. See that, Ghost Ice? Watch your head. Emily, you seem really worried about hitting your head or walking upstairs. It's not the first time I've heard you talk about this. I remember you having a better handle on this stuff. What's going on? I think I might be experiencing some cognitive decline. What are you talking about? I don't know. I just think I'm just in town to see some fucking shooting stars or whatever, a meteor shower, and I'm stuck in this part of the process where my friends and I are like strangers. The ice never breaks. I can't get through to anyone. Whoops. I don't know what that said. Then some kind of mass freak shows up and starts killing them. Killing them over and over because we're trapped in a time loop in the stupid old house we rented. It's so absurd that I start to think it must not be happening. I assume it just has to end somehow, that it was never real in the first place. But no, there is a mass killer and it's some kind of Groundhog Day thing. But then even that isn't true. It's some kind of nasty fake reality we're in. I don't know. And I'm like, is there just something fucked up about me? Did I do something to deserve this? Like, I created that thing, didn't I? Willed it into being? Or is it just in my head? Am I unconscious in a car at the bottom of a ravine? Did I slip in the fucking shower or something? Did you drown in the mall? Emily, you can't. The worst thing about all this, I don't even know if anything is special about it. Maybe this is just normal delusionment. Emily, we're trapped in a time loop and there's a knife-wielding monster that keeps killing us. I know, it sucks. And it's my fault. Your fault? The alternate reality and the murderer? How? I'm obsessed with this shit. The past, I can't let it go. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like, the hot dog thing? It was stupid. It's blindingly, astoundingly stupid. But something about this night, when I left your apartment, wherever the hell this actually happened, I remember the look you were giving me, like future uncertain. Anything can happen stuff, and I fucked it up, hermited myself away, and didn't talk to you or anyone, let it all slip. I lost my best friend over nothing. After the night in the hospital, I told myself I wasn't going to depend on anyone else ever again. I wasn't going to caretake or be taken care of. I went all in on me. And when I saw you again at Nest's house a year later, I realized it was working, I guess. I wasn't angry. I didn't feel passionate about not having heard from you. It was just a matter of fact. Oh, Francine, you don't have to apologize. I'm not apologizing. I did what was right for me. I decided I wasn't going to give you or my dad or my landlord, who needs to come inside my apartment for half an hour to tell me he's raising my rent. I decided I wasn't going to give anything more time or thought than I could spare. I did everything I could. I started waking up at 6 a.m. every day, meditating for an hour. I upped my therapy to as many times a week as my insurance would allow. Then when I lost that insurance, I found free counseling services and did that as much as I could. Put all my energy, everything I had, into the thought of a future where I felt whole. Since you weren't there to carry me, I decided it was time to self-actualize. I made a full-time job of just trying to be happy, and I'm still not. It wasn't enough to maintain. The yearning's still there. There's a sense that whatever used to make life magical is gone now. You can't remember what it was, so you invent things. It was a video game you loved, the Halloween bucket from McDonald's. Love that Halloween bucket. Or maybe it's a plan you make. Some future time where you imagine you'll feel exactly like you used to. Reality is things are changing, but nothing's changing faster than you are. The days are shorter now, and you're in pain, and there's somebody with a knife coming for you. Don't hit your head on the stairs. I'm so goddamn sick of living in the past. That sounds pretty healthy. Then why does it hurt so much? Not everything feels good all the time. So we're not really here, are we? I don't think so. I think the house was a trip. I think the house trip was probably a long time ago. All the flashbacks we've been having are part of the illusion too. I think the house trip was probably a long time ago. I think so too. It feels like an old bad memory. Feels good to be able to talk about it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, she did. Oh, she did too. Ow. Yeah, ow. Haha. Guess it's kind of pathetic that we weren't able to let any of this go, huh? Yeah, I wonder when this even actually is the present. I mean, it's sad if this is happening like a year after the trip to Nest's house. Way sadder if it's like 5 years later. Or if it's even been decades and this is hell. Pretty boring hell. We're gonna die in this place, aren't we? Probably. I mean, permanently. For real this time. Probably. Oh, what the hell? What are we doing? Francine. Hey, Emily. So, we're back. I was kind of hoping we'd just like wake up in our bed somewhere, free from this. Damn. But hey, we're not dead. Guess we have to figure out how to get out of here for good. Let's try. By the way, sorry about that business in the attic, the fight over the accumulator. Francine, you don't have to apologize. I mean, Jesus, I don't know what I was doing. That thing could have killed us. Yeah, well, it didn't. And at the end of the day, what other option do we have? Sure. Pete, whoever Pete is, you were talking to. Pete, too, right? Yeah, at least it looked like Pete. I don't know. It's like he's busted or something. He used to be a little more him. Since you showed up, he's gotten fuzzier. Anyway, Pete said that turning on the accumulator at full power almost killed this place. So I'm thinking, why not just do that again? But that maybe you should go check out the attic. Damn it, I thought we were finished. Thought we solved it. Oh no. Alright. So we're not doing that. Is that the attic? Yep. What the hell's going on up there? I think that the full moon that's been above us the whole time is actually some kind of void. And it's getting bigger as this place dies. You think this has something to do with the lights above the elevator? The elevator? Oh, right, the one that the killer rides up into the house. Yeah, it brings the killer up to that crawl space next to the bedroom on the second floor, but it's impossible to get inside up there. Right, and it passes through a little waiting room next to the cellar at some point during every loop. Where the hell does it start? Just like someplace far beneath the house? Why would a killer be on that elevator in the first place? Ness told me about it once. Well, he didn't actually know either, but he said that he figured out how to get inside. He said it had something to do with the waiting room, some hidden sequence there. He said he got it open himself once, but that he was too afraid to go inside. That it could end this whole thing, that it could solve the mystery of the loop, if not escape it outright. But he said he was too much of a coward to do it himself. At least he was being honest, I guess. Either way, it seemed important. The killer was coming from there for a reason. So we need to ride down that elevator ourselves. So, do you have any idea how to get inside? Actually, I do know one thing. I heard it from Nest. A lot of actuallys in that sentence. I heard it from Nest, actually, the last time I talked to him before he disappeared. He said he had a clue for you. He told me to put it someplace only you can access. So there's a... Oh, okay, it's probably in my suitcase. So there's a giant void in the sky that's slowly eating place. Yes, and when you put it this way, it does seem really bad. It's kind of lighthearted in a situation like this. Pete made it sound like this place is a version of the house that we're in. Even the places from the past that we've seen lately, they're all part of the greater being. A living being? One that's dying? Okay, let me just go get my suitcase. Jesus Christ, Gary. Scared me. Bunch of little rectangles labeled with names of the rooms in the house. Definitely seen this before. Yes, these are the lights above them. I don't know that it helps, so. Hey, that's different. There's a note behind that picture that wasn't there before. Please forgive me, but after sitting on it for a few days, I simply can't accept this painting. I keep seeing it in the corner of my eyes while trying to work and losing my train of thought as I break into chills. I don't wish to seem superstitious. The thing is just ghastly. I think it'd be better displayed at your home. Prince Stoward. Okay, weird. Okay, do I have the elevator? Yes. Maybe these are lights on, lights off. Where are we? Living room, right? So, living room lights on. Kitchen. Kitchen lights off, foyer lights off. Is there a light switch in here? Furnace lights on. Basement. Where's basement? Cellar. Cellar lights off. Waiting room lights off. Art studio lights on. What's here? Art studio. What is that? Studio lights on. Flooded room. Which flooded room? Wait, let me check the elevator and see if that's changing. No. Yes. The foyer light is on though. I don't want it to be. I want it to be off. Okay, flooded room is on. So foyer light we want to change. And we want to turn off the 2 bedrooms. I didn't see a light switch for the foyer. I'm sure it's there. Did not see it. There it is. Yeah, 2 bedrooms. Ah, Megan, what's with your face? And I think that was everything, right? Study is off, bathroom's on. Yeah, I don't know if the attic's on. Shit. I don't think the attic's on. Whoa. Elevator, elevator, elevator. The elevator went down. Fuck, I had to get to the basement. What? He's gonna appear right in front of me. Nice. Okay. Notes to myself. Okay. Examine package. A package from Francine. She sent it like the week after I moved. He kept meaning to open it. This is Laura's room. Okay. Nothing to interact with. Nothing here. Hey, I've seen that picture. I was in the house. Nothing. Okay. And cleaning this area up was a lot of work. It was like pulling teeth, but it felt like a good first step. Like the rest would follow. It's unopened package from Francine. I let it sit for months. Okay. That's a lot more post-it notes. This is Laura's room. It took me a long time to finally take down the sign. Sticky notes. They're all from me. Why are your notes so sticky? Some of these are really passive-aggressive. In retrospect, these seem kind of excessive. I understand why Laura moved out, but it still felt really bad. Why can't I get that one? Where's that in the kitchen? Gooey. exposed muscle. Breathing slowly in this place. Is this place alive? Made of meat? I can barely stand to think about it. Oh, goodness. Half pair of scissors. There's some blood on the blade, like somebody cut themselves breaking them apart. Okay. Trying to get this one right. Grr. Francis, I'm so glad that the I just unloaded all my boxes of books. I gotta give you some of these because this awful reading habit of mine makes moving miserable. It's crazy that I can be doing your work and know that within 5 miles you're putting around doing your thing. Congrats on the real actual book you illustrated, by the way. I know that was always a dream of yours. So proud of you. Look at us two adults with jobs and apartments in the same city. Come check out my dinky little apartment. I want to see your dinky little apartment. I want to see Laura again. Let's go to the museum or the movies or get drunk and play pinball. Yeah. Growing pile of mail. What a mess. Why can't I get this exam? Jesus, I really let this place fall apart. Yep. Taking notes. I didn't know what else to do. Nothing. Meatball? Oh, it's taking notes. Okay. Okay, so it does show the circle through the walls. Some of these are in handwriting I don't recognize. In fact, they're not even words. Nothing else. Are you really gonna go all the way around to look at it? Did I really just let it get this bad? It's turning gray, dying. This place is on its last legs. Gross. We don't have long left. Scratches. Is that thing trapped down here? Bunch of torn up sheets, bandages, and paper all torn up and mixed together. Was the killer living here? It's kind of pathetic. It's you. That thing, the killer, just kept banging at the walls trying to get out. I'm free! Emily. Oh, sorry about the mouse. I don't think it's this bad in real life. Where'd the killer go? Hey, Storm, how are you? Good to see you. Where'd the killer go? It has to be looking for us, right? Not anymore. I saw the door was open and made a break for it. I don't think it liked being here either. Things are going wild up above. You should see it. Not so well. My life has been ruined about a minute ago. That's unfortunate to hear. Up above, we can't go back up there. You'd rather take your chances out there? Otherwise, good though. Well, at least there's some positivity. Good point. It's not a wild classical haunted house anymore. It's just a house. Just a normal house with a normal attic. Yeah, after you went down the elevator, I kinda lived and died a few more times. And but every time I came back, it seemed like the house was changing. Got a little smaller, less colorful, a little sadder, more like I actually remember it. Let's take a look around, I guess. Knock yourself out. Oh. I found out they have done a musical from China. I don't know what that means. Watching the sunset over the lake as I write this. The garden I told you about has finally begun to pay off. The zucchinis are just beginning to flower. My tomato plants are bearing big, misshapen fruit. My basil has come in. A bit wimpy this year, but it does just fine for a light Capri salad on a night like this. I think back on the dinky little garden I tried so hard to cultivate in your side yard that summer, where everything I planted was choked out by a single rogue watermelon vine. And how we checked on that wayward little watermelon every day. Joked about the seed spitting contest we'd have when it was full grown. And of course, those rat bastard squirrels beat us to the punch. We found out the hollowed out rind you were crying. You were crying laughing, and I was just plain crying. Such a silly thing. Speaking of silly things, have you heard from any of the old gang lately? You'll never believe it, but I find myself getting lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure you understand the feeling. It's a joy to live alone, yes, but I find myself missing the sounds of poorly picked guitar in the early morning, the inexplicable clunks in the bowels of the house, and the smell of the damp cellar mixed with clove cigarettes. The art projects, the experiments, oh, the conversations we had just sitting on the steps outside, arguing about nothing. Kids sometimes come down off some kids sometimes come down to the shore off my property and smoke grass. The smell drips up here and drives me crazy with nostalgia. They believe they're being sly, and I'm happy to let them think so, just as long as I can enjoy their distant laughter and fun. Makes me miss you in that house, and those people very much. I wonder if we could corral all those old folks back together for some sort of reunion, an exchange of ideas, as we would have called it then. It would be lovely to see some familiar faces again. Do well, whatever it was we aging punks do with ourselves now, that we're no longer cool or relevant. Not that we ever really were, anyways. So enough of my navel gazing. Are you well? Um, what are you working on, tinkering with? Is that cat still hanging around your back door? Do you have any books to recommend? Please drop me a line whenever you find the chance. I do so love to pick that strange brain of yours. Silver Fang. So you found out they've done a musical and it ruined your life? Is that what I'm getting? Clara, I found these while cleaning, and since I'll be around the post office today, I want to take a moment to send them to you. They're from another time, but somehow I still think of us as these feeble lines in the hands that drew them. I guess this is an old Grubsoft game. Looks scary. Wooden box with a switch and a light bulb. This is the accumulator, I guess. From before Nest's obsession made it the messed up mad science machine. Okay. That's everything. So I guess we're ready. We just flip the switch on the accumulator. Wait, that's the accumulator? Looks like a closet. Yep. Here's just a totally normal, creepy old pseudoscience box. Jeez, why not give it a try, I guess. Worked last time. What happened to the others after I left? The other kids? They all disappeared. Not long after you went to the elevator, they were just gone. And then the elevator came back up and the killer got in and went after you. That's when the house started to change. You sure? Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for these ads to finish. It'll suck if this is the end of the game and there's ads playing over it. Do we think it's the end of the game? I think it is. Okay, let's see. Please, let's go together soon, okay? I'm really gonna miss you, Francine. I'm so goddamn glad to be out of here. I'm kind of so goddamn glad to be out here. That's kind of that's my leaning. Oh, you know what? No, I'll check after. One more. Almost there. Okay. I'm so goddamn glad to be out of here. It was good seeing you. Piffed. No, it wasn't. Piffed. Holy shit, I think we did it. Escaped the house for the last time. Woo! Awesome. Lead designer, Jory Griffiths. Good job, Jory. That's a good game. Enjoyed that. Okay, we did it. That game took way longer than I thought it would take. And I blame that on my awesome brain. But yeah, that was a really cool game. Absolutely not what I expected. Okay. I think we're gonna. There's a game that was supposed to come out today. It came out on PC, but I've heard it's having issues on PC. So it was supposed to come out on Xbox as well. So, but I checked earlier today, and it was just like, this game's not for sale yet. So